everyone. A very good morning. How are you guys doing today?
Okay,
Good. Fine. Had your breakfast?
Yes.
Excellent. So, thank you for the warm welcome earlier today when I arrived here. I came early because traffic was a little bad, but it has been a great experience at the very start of the session here. So today I'm going to run you through effective communication in the workplace. Okay, this is a soft skills session that I'm going to be carrying on. But before that, I would like to get your verbal consent first. Okay, as you can see, there's a video at the back there. A phone being recording a video. Okay, that is for me. Okay, for my HRDC accreditation purpose. Okay, and at the end of this session, I would want you guys to just help me to fill up and sign the consent form, and we will do the attendance together. Are we cool?
Okay.
Good, thank you so much. Okay, as you can see, effective communication in the workplace. Why do you think your HR have selected this topic? What is the significance?
To enhance communication between internal and external.
Perfect. Yes, correct. Anything else?
To engage more efficiently in communication and work.
Correct. Okay. Basically, in every of your activities of daily living or your personal life, communication is a very important thing. Okay. So allow me to run you through the learning outcomes. Okay. At the end of these sessions, the participants, which are you guys, okay, will be able to understand the basic fundamentals of effective communication, alright, and also recognize the importance. Okay, why I say recognize the importance? Sometimes we take communication lightly because we have other mediums of communicating. Alright, we will run through what are the other mediums as well. Okay, number 2 is to demonstrate the ability to actively listen by focusing, understanding, and also responding appropriately to others. Okay, so when someone is speaking, okay, let's say your friend here speaking to you, how are you going to show her? She's talking to you. How are you going to show her that you're actually listening to her? So this is what we are going to delve through the session, okay? And last but not least, we have to apply the communication skills by speaking clearly, confidently, okay, concisely, while interpreting the non-verbal communication. Don't worry, what is the non-verbal cues of communication? We will run through in specific of body language, facial expression, and also eye contact. Okay? So, not to worry, don't stress up. It's going to be something very interesting for you guys. Those communicating is a daily thing. I don't need to teach you, but it's going to be something very interesting. Alright? Cool?
Okay.
Alright, excellent. Okay, just a little of ground rules for you guys as the participants. Okay. Number 1, okay, this box means no talking. When I say no talking, it means no chatting among yourself. But if you've got any questions, don't worry, feel free to ask. Alright, we don't need to wait until the end of the day, end of 4 hours later, that's okay, I had this question in this module. No. If you have a doubt to clear, you can ask me immediately. Okay? And let's say during group activities, don't think like, oh, just now the speaker said cannot talk, so you cannot discuss with your friend. When we have group activities, we have engagement activities, we are all free to speak to everybody. Alright? Number 2, your phones. I understand this is your working hour. You have been exempted by your department managers to come here for the training. However, if your phone rings or there's something for you to take urgently, you may go out and sort it out. No problem. Alright? But the session will be carried on. Okay? We good? Okay. Number 3, the art of listening. That's why I put the ear there. Listen, okay? So I want you guys to really pay attention. Okay, some things might be known to you, some things might not be known to you. Okay, I want you guys to listen. And then if you have anything in your thinking process, any questions to ask, anything, feel free to ask. Don't keep yourself reserved, right? We are going to have a two-way communication. As it is, our topic is communication, so we are going to utilize these 4 hours to the best as possible. Cool?
Okay.
Okay. So allow me to share the agenda. We have done the learning outcomes earlier on just now. We will go through a little of introduction and icebreaker. Icebreaker, do you guys know what is icebreaker?
Introduce ourselves.
Yes, correct. So you guys know each other. You never asked me my name, but I was kind enough to put my name there. Okay, but I don't know you. I don't know all of you. So we will do the icebreaker session, okay? And then we'll run through our modules where we are going to talk about introduction to effective communication, okay? And also verbal and non-verbal communication. And then we'll run through summary and takeaways. Then we have question session. If you have any questions that you are unable to address during the flow of the training, okay? Good? Alright, so let's start with my introduction. So yeah, this is me. Okay. My name is Rosminda Jiko, anak perempuan Antar Singh. Basically, by profession, I'm a nurse, a registered nurse, specialized in infection prevention and control. Okay, and then I walked out of my comfort zone to become a product specialist. Alright, so that's why I put here from infection control expert to product specialist, leading healthcare innovation with heart. Okay, so apart from being a nurse, a senior product specialist, I also do have trainings and also facilitate trainings for others. In terms of my hobby, I love to cook, but I don't like to eat what I cook. It's not that it's not nice, it's definitely delicious, but I'm much more interested to try other people's cooking rather than eating what I cook. But I love to cook, okay? And as much as modern I am, I believe so much walking onto spiritual path. Okay, I'm a very spiritual person. I love music, and if I have got free time, I love to binge watch. And my favorite series are always murder series lah. So some of my family members, they are like, someday we might go missing from this world. For all we know, our own cousin killed us. So yeah, but I love murder series. It's not that the only series I watch others as well, but if given an option, I will opt for murder first, then I watch the others. Okay, so that's a little about me. So now coming to you guys, I don't know you. What I want you to do is, I want to know your name, alright? I want to know what you do in your current role, okay? Whatever task is related to you can briefly summarize and let me know your department basic info. And since you guys know each other, I don't know how well, I believe should be well, okay? I want you to just play a little trick, spot the fact. I want each of you to individually think 3 things about yourself. Okay, 2 must be factual, 1 can be a joke or a lie. Okay, so your other colleagues, your other teammates, they got to think which is the true one, which is the lie one, or the joking one. So like for me, if anybody who actually knows me will definitely know I love to cook. So if you give me an option, I will say, I don't like cooking. So that's a lie already. So you can spot it. So this is what we are going to do. So I give you 5 seconds. Okay? Just go make a round and come back and stand here. You should be able to have your 3 things ready. Cool?
Okay.
Okay, let's start thinking now. Hello, welcome back. So fast. 5 seconds. Okay lah, my steps are big lah. So you guys ready? Okay. Who's going to go first? Who's going to go first?
Me.
Alright. Okay. You want to stand there, or you want to be seated there, or you want to come in front? Anywhere up to your comfort. There. Okay. Never, you can sit, no problem.
Okay, first, my name.
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
my name is Nurul Izzati binti Ahmad. I am from QA department. What do you do in your current role? Okay, I'm handling complaint handling, and handling quality management system documents.
Okay.
Okay. So spot the fact. Okay. I have 3. First is I don't like vegetable.
Okay.
Second is I'm a good person.
Okay.
Third is I love to cook.
Okay. So who's going to take which is the spot the lie?
Love to cook. Yeah, correct.
Okay. So coming back, you said you are from QA side. You manage complaints, right? So what sort of medium you get the complaints? Verbal, phone calls, written?
Email.
Okay.
Email, call, or WhatsApp lah.
Alright. Okay. So there is very minimal of calling, or okay, in terms of verbal and non-verbal, which is more that you experience? Like how they reach out to you for the complaints?
From the email lah.
Email lah. So okay, so there's more reading to do.
Yes.
So you have to interpret what is happening lah. Alright. Okay. Perfect. Who's going next?
Can we?
Yes. Please.
Okay, actually my name is very long.
Alright. Shorten it for us, please.
So you can call me Arin.
Okay,
Everyone call me Arin.
Okay.
I am from regulatory department, regulatory affairs department, which is I'm doing for the regulatory compliance, which is a registration product with the healthcare. Okay, liaise with the authority. Okay, and then help our subco and also our customer to register their product in their countries.
Okay. Perfect. So the last one.
So spot the fact for me, I love traveling.
Oh.
Okay, I love jokes or humors, and I love to eat.
Spot.
Travel. Yang
Like
The
Nine.
life.
Number 3.
Yeah.
I love to eat.
I love to eat.
Number 3.
I mean, I love to eat a lot of the foods lah. So
Nice. So I like the way you put it forward, and I like the way you picked up rather than you mention the entire thing. You just went number 3. Easy, I don't need to talk.
yeah. So she's very focused.
Yeah.
On the dot lah.
Yeah. So she picked the point enough already. I know what she's saying already. Perfect. Okay. Next, who's going?
I think I'll go first.
Alright, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So my name is Singni,
Uh-huh.
and I'm from sales department.
Alright.
So mainly my job scope will be liaise with the customers. So if they have orders, they will come to me, and I will communicate with them.
Okay.
So and then spot the 3 facts, the
Mhm.
2 facts and 1 lie. I like to travel.
Okay.
I like Japanese food, and I like spicy food. Yeah.
Okay. I know the answer.
It's very obvious.
Number 3.
So,
Number 3.
Yes, correct.
she's very kind. Even I know the answer. Okay, so you said that you are dealing with customer, you communicate with them. So what sort of medium are you opting for the communication, or what is there for you to communicate? What is the basis? Like how do you communicate with them?
Sometimes using phone,
Okay.
but and also sometimes using email.
Okay. So there's more written, I would say,
Written.
like the emails, messages, or
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So there's no option. You go.
Okay, my name is Husnia binti Hussein. You can call me Nia.
Alright.
I am from Sales Operation and Distribution Management. So mainly I assist my department to process the order, which I receive from sini, the purchase order, and we process the order until the shipping arrangement, and also update customer on the ETD and the arrival to the destination. So the 2 fact and 1 lie, I love cook. I like to do outdoor activity like hiking, and then I love listen to music.
Oh, okay.
Alamak.
Spot the lie.
She want you guys to think, really think. What is it?
Cooking.
One.
Yes.
Why you choose cooking?
Because
She never
I
cook.
yeah. You can friend.
know me better.
Okay, perfect. Okay, you guys memang know each other very well lah, alright? So yeah, you were saying that you process orders and then you update your customer on the shipment. So when you are with Sydney, you all are one team, right? You said yeah. So how do you like what? Sydney will just send you email and then that's it. You read the email. You have to understand yourself. Or how? A little process.
Okay, the process is once receive the PO, if there is any inquiry or any something that I'm not clear, I will check with Sydney lah. What is customer requirement, the delivery, the product, any our revision or what is other information that we need to feed to our factory.
Okay. So in terms of updating to the customer, how do you update them? What is the medium of update?
We are using by email.
Email. So you do not basically you do not know by person who your customers are. You are just sending out communication and all those information comes from your teammate. Okay, excellent. Alright. The reason why I asked you guys this question is because later as we progress along the training, you will be able to relate why I'm asking it. But if you have any doubts, you need any further clarification, okay, we can run through a discussion offhand. No problem at all, okay? Alright. So, since I've known you, but I cannot remember names. I'm very bad at it. So what I want you to do is, I'm going to give you a piece of paper, okay? And I want you to fold it like a letter. Just fold it half like that, okay? And then at the middle section, I just want you to write names. You write the name first and then you stand it up. Yeah. Simple, cute name. For you. Okay. So maybe you can face me. I'm the one with memory problems already. Can't remember names so good. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Alrighty, thank you. Just put this here. And now we are moving on. Okay, during the session you might see me walking here and there. Don't worry, I'm not going to run away. It's just that I love to walk. I just collect my 10k steps. Okay? So let's watch what we have next here in line. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Just want you to watch this video, listen and observe carefully. Alright? Okay, it's a short video, very short video. Okay? What did you notice in the video?
The way the person convey the message.
Okay, apart from that,
Like communication information.
communication, relaying information,
Relay.
okay. What else?
Miscommunication.
Miscommunication, okay. Why you say miscommunication? It's okay, feel free to speak. There's no right and wrong.
The message is not clear.
Okay. Alright, makes sense? Anybody else? Anything? Okay. I take it up, alright? Okay. If you watch the video from the start, you saw the guy. He first went to perhaps his maybe manager or his mentor or his buddy. He went in a very jolly mood, okay, and he asked, what is it for me today? What's my schedule like? He wants to know because perhaps he wants to plan his entire day. But on the other hand, the supervisor or the buddy or the manager, that person responded is to glare at me like an idiot for today. If you see his face, okay, he was like just cool, like a bit of smile, like perhaps he was actually pulling his leg, okay. But on the other hand, okay, let's say I'm the little guy. On the other hand, there is unhappiness which literally was visible on my face. You remember the video? It was literally visible. He was doing like this. That is sign of unhappiness. That is sign of anger, right? And he did not did that once. He did it twice. That means maybe he tried to just pull down. Oh, cannot. Why did he say this? You see, body language or facial expression, but the terms of word we use, how it actually affects the whole communication and also the person that you are communicating with. Okay, that is what the message that relate from the video. And yes, it is a miscommunication because words does not match with the actions, and the other person who have posed the questions did not get the answer. So it's a breakdown. Okay, so the entire time today we are going to learn about how not to break down communication, about how to use the correct word, what sort of word, intonation, eye language, body language, facial expression, all these things. We are going to run through on that. Okay, so we are heading to our module 1, which is Introduction to Effective Communication. Let's forget effective. What is communication?
Process of sharing the information.
Okay. What else could it be?
Sharing the idea.
Okay. Anything else? You share info, you share ideas with who?
Between two person.
Okay, 2 person
Or more.
Yeah, alright. Correct lah. So basically, communication is the process of sharing of information, ideas, feelings, thoughts, or any sort of words between people. It can be involved only one people is dangerous lah. Why are you talking to yourself? Okay, it can be involving as low as 2 people or more people. Alright, so like today the communication is between 5 of us. Alright, and it can be, let's say, in your meeting, in your lunch activity, or maybe you're meeting your customer presentation. So there's always someone else involved in your communication. Okay, how many types of communications are there?
2 types.
2 types. Okay, what are those 2?
Verbal and non-verbal.
Verbal and non-verbal. Okay, allow me to share. So basically, there are 3 types of communication, which is verbal, alright, which is talking. Okay, another one is non-verbal. It could be your body language, and another one is written, which I see is most of the not preferred, the most of the common method that is being carried out. Like you receive complaints via email. You will update your customer via email, and you will verbally update her or Teams, chat, anything. When you deal with the regulatory, perhaps you have got visitation, calling. Everyone is engaging in different type of communication. Okay, when it comes to written, you all are all keyboard warriors, expert. But when you type an email, let's say Nia, when you type an email to your customer, right? Do you proofread your email? That means like you type email shipment so and so, this date, this code. How many times do you read your email before you click send?
More than 1 time.
More than 1 time. Okay, why do you read more than 1 time?
I need to ensure that all the information is correct and not lacking.
Yeah.
Not lacking.
So you are making sure you are delivering the information via your email communication medium to your customer who's on the other end. Someone who you don't know, someone who also don't know you. But what you want to give is information precisely, correct, accurate, and what they want to receive is also the most accurate info. So that's why I said for written, most of the time there is no problem, because we proofread before we send. When you are not satisfied, read this. Okay, not. What do you understand? Am I angry? Am I? You always cross check, right? That is something very normal. That is written. Imagine words slip out the end, right? Okay. So when we have type of communication, we also have barriers to effective communication. Let's relate to your work activities. All right. What could the possible barriers be?
Physical barriers.
Physical barriers like?
Like distance, noise.
Okay. Stress. Language. What else? Why you say noise?
Because maybe there is a construction or any noise from outside, so we cannot cannot have a clear communication.
Okay. So when you say this, that means you are physically present and engaged in a communication, like face-to-face communication. Yeah. Okay. So imagine in terms of the barriers, right? For example, you have a Teams call. You are having a discussion, maybe with your customer. Okay. You're having a meeting basically. You're sitting somewhere, maybe at your desk, because it's a quick call, so you don't need to book a meeting room or discussion room. You are on the call. You're talking. Suddenly behind there, somebody. That is also a type of distraction, because the other person might not hear your words, but might be, what's so funny there? Why are they laughing? I cannot hear what she's saying. So all this time can cause disruption, or it is a possible barrier. Physiological barrier, it's like, today I reached early, there was no jam. So I'm very happy. Imagine I go through all the jam and reach here, you might not be seeing me smiling or cracking jokes. Why? I'm stressed. I'm affected. So it is also a barrier for me to do a proper presentation. So that's how it affects me as a presenter, right? Another one is cultural barriers. This refers to having a group of people who does not, for example, who does not speak the same language. Let's say, Sydney and Nia, both of you are Chinese. Okay, you guys are okay. You all are the money people. You bring the money, you sell product. These are the police people. Complain, they manage, they check on the regulatory aspect. So you are sitting here having a discussion. Okay, suddenly you guys started to speak in a language which they don't understand. So what would they feel like? Hey, why am I here? Why are they talking? Are they talking about me? I think that is human nature to think something like that. Yeah, so we have to stop on that barrier. We have to respect and speak in the language that everybody understands in the room. Okay? Alright, so these are the basic examples. Is there anything that you guys want to share? Any sharing? If no, I want to make this as interactive as possible. So since this is a very common, simple thing that is going on in the workplace. So if you have got any sharing of experience, not necessarily from here, it can be from any of other work experience, you feel free to share. The idea of sharing is to pick and improve and be better than what we were before. Okay? Alright. So we cool to move on? Yes. Right. When I say effective communication, definitely there is a framework that says how effective. If you want me to effective, what are the medium that I should be effective, right? Okay, those are the basic things that we will ask. The main key elements are basically clarity, active listening, and also empathy. So let's pick the ice-breaking session just now when Arvin said, I like to eat, right? And immediately you said number 3. So you were in a situation where you actually focus on her, right? You are actively listening what she say. And when you answered number 3, it's not that you picked the wrong answer, the wrong fact. No, you was into her conversation. What she was saying, you picked it up and you answered. The answer might be different, but it carries the same meaning. Okay, and she spoke in clarity. Okay, she never just like, I like to this one. For what is that? I so okay. So let's play by some examples. Like when we say clarity, ensure message is clear and easy to understand. Like how, for example, like how Izzati said, I like to cook. She made it so clear that, okay, I know what's the answer. I mean, not me, maybe you all say, I know what is the answer. So the clarity is very important because you need to pick. Not only before you can pick, she need to deliver the right information. Active listening, you pay full attention to the speaker. Speaker here is referring to the person that you are speaking to. Okay, they are known as the speaker. And also, in some situation, you may need to ask questions for more clarity. Okay, and another thing is you need to provide feedback. So feedback comes in a conversation or in a communication. Like your example, you give her an order, purchase order. She needs to clarify some questions. She asks you. So when she is satisfied, she can do her work. So these are how things interconnected. Okay. And empathy, understand and consider others' perspective and their feelings. So what empathy means is already, sympathy and empathy, they are two different things. Sympathy is more of like, oh, I feel bad for this person, I'm so sorry for this person. Empathy is like, I know how this person is feeling, so I have to use the right tone of words. Like our first video, like the example that I gave, I'm driving through the jam, I come here so stressed up, maybe I'm sweating, and then I'm setting up my laptop. Suddenly someone walks in and say like, hey, you're here. So I might be triggered, like, why are you speaking to me like that? I'm supposed to be here. And imagine I come through the hassle of the traffic, there's nobody to receive me. So turning off, right? So these are the things. So I was very happy. I reached here on time without jam and I was well received. So I'm happy today. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Any questions? No questions. Perfect. Is it that I'm explaining so good that you got no questions? If you got no questions, you are free to share experience for everybody's learning. Okay? There's not only any question, no question, any question, no question. No. You can share whatever you like. Okay? Feel free to have a sharing session with us. All of us. Okay? So we are moving to the next slide here. It's about the art of storytelling. Okay? Before I run through the objective, from the title, the art of storytelling, what can you think of?
They must attract the listener.
Attract the listener, okay. What else? Drawing your communication?
The point of the story.
Okay.
How to interact with the person.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
One person tell some story and the other person give attention.
Listen to
Listen
what the
to
story
it,
is
yes.
being told. Okay. When I say storytelling, it's not necessarily like, you create a story and tell. I am trying to make this as fun as possible by using all these magic words like storytelling. So basically, storytelling is referring to how you are conveying your message. So if I put it here, art of conveying message, you'll be like, so boring. So that's why I changed it to storytelling, because when you put it in the way of storytelling, it gives a different feel to how you are going to share the information or relay the information to the next person. So main objective here is to reinforce listening in a group setting and collaboration. So for example, meeting, or you might have your internal training. How are you going to relay the information? And when you are doing like presentation or you are doing a sharing session, how the other person are also listening. Like for example, me, I'm delivering a topic here today, and I'm very happy and so pleased that you guys are focusing in me. Imagine if you are just like, how would I feel like, oh, demotivated. No, you're looking here, you looking at your phone. It might distract me also, right? But if, like I said, if you need to handle something urgent, you feel free to go out lah, no problem. Okay. So coming back to our story, okay. Instruction for today's session here for this activity is the first person will start by telling a short story. Okay. You take a very short story. Okay, don't have to be so lengthy, and then pass it on among 4 of you. But you write it down because I need to know what you are going. What is the first person? Let's say Sydney. I need to know what you actually convey to her. By the time she may be the last person, so she has to repeat the whole thing. Okay? So you have to write down what you want to tell, so that I will read. Okay, you pass, you listen correctly. You active listener, you focus. Yeah, that is the whole idea. Okay, so just come up with a short story. Okay, and then at the end we will just see how are there any gaps to address or not. Alright, so I give you about what? Are you okay with 3 minutes, 4 minutes to just come up with a story? 5 minutes. Okay, can. Wow, not too long. What, you want to write essay? Okay, never mind. You take your time. So now it's about 10:05 by 10:10. Is that good? Can Okay. Alright. Perfect. So carve your art. Write your story.
Everyone writes.
Yes. Everybody.
Okay. So means after Sydney, so then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's why I say don't write so long. Then we all can share. But what you write, only I can read. I'm special. I have papers for you guys. Okay, so scribble here. Thank you. Can see some people really writing long stories. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get someone knocked out today, huh? Never mind. Okay, we have Arin who is done. Anybody else done? Zati, are you done?
Yes.
Done also. Oh, wow, that's why she's looking at everybody. How long are they writing? And then she said, yours is long.
No.
Ni lagi panjang tu.
Ya, ada banyak-banyak ni. Tak tahu nak tulis apa.
Anything, apa-apa pun boleh. Anything.
Miss or madam? Kita you.
Oh, miss, please.
So this part of the art of storytelling,
Yeah.
right? So we can also use this sentence or
Mhm.
words
Mm-hmm.
to our body language, like the action, like that, right?
No, this one we are going to focus on listening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if you read the instruction here, the first person will start to tell the story to the next person, okay? And then the last person will come and replay, okay, or share what is the message that has been passed. So only the first person will know exactly. So it's like you are telling, it's like a chain and see how it breaks.
How about the action?
Action, it's okay, no need. We go by words because my idea here is to focus on listening, absorbing the information that is being shared. Yeah, so we don't need to act. Don't worry, I have prepared an acting activity for you. I like that you're very excited to act.
Because you already know.
Okay, you all only have to write a short story, no, not write essay.
I think I have very short.
Yeah, I can see yours shortest. Yeah, just non-stop writing. Okay, last minute, we wrap up whatever you need to do. You want to summarize further, or that's fine. Okay? Alright, perfect. So, I need a volunteer. Who's going to go first? Alright, let's start.
Because my one is very simple and
Okay, you need to explain to me what you write. Come. Okay, fine. Alright, okay. So we do a chain like this. Okay? Okay, since there are only 4 of us and there's like a little limited space, what we can do is you can go whisper to her, then you can come here, whisper. Alright? Good. Okay. So you can do this.
Okay, tak dengar.
Tak dengar. Now I know why she want to act. She cannot wait.
Because I love to learn. Oh, okay. So I go to.
Yeah, either one of them, whoever.
I think.
aku banyak dengar sangat. Okay.
Okay, here.
Even I also can.
she just her story is every day she order ayam gepok from GrabFood. Then suddenly raining, and she was like, "Oh my god."
So this one can.
Okay. So if her full sentence is every day we order ayam gepok from GrabFood. Suddenly raining. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Alright. Zati, you want to go next?
Boleh?
Okay.
Siapa?
Dah tahu, you can tell her first. Excited. Mia is now modifying her story.
I put your thing.
Interesting.
Yes. this was a long one.
Apa ni? Kakak, dengar tapi belum habis. Kan dia repeat. Tu sampai mana tu suruh.
Sudah? Digest already?
Not digest so long sentence lah.
Maybe you need to summarize your sentence.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go for it first.
Dah sebut dah pendek.
Dah pendek.
Simplify.
Your story.
Simple je.
Ini.
Simple je. Which is handling customer complaint, handling our review and complete the management system. Ubah sikit lah.
Okay.
Okay. Ready? Next. Okay.
I love my job at my global. Every day I handle customer complaint and the system. System eh?
Management system.
Okay. Izzati, read out your sentence. Your story.
Okay, my story is I love my role at my global, which is handling customer complaint, handling our review, and control the quality management system.
So a little miss out there lah. Okay.
Not every day.
Okay, maaf lah saya punya panjang sampai sah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Ini macam email ni mendingan.
Can sit, can sit.
Too loud, too loud.
What's your story?
This one.
Yeah. Working as a company for 10 years. So one day he decided to just step out of his comfort zone. He started to travel.
Okay.
From my part to Izzati, like a summary.
Okay, never mind. We start first. You want to done or one more time? Or done?
Is ini baru.
Apa tu?
Okay, but I just want somebody but I put that definition.
Tertinggal lagi.
Tak ingat pula tapi cakap pun.
It's something very exciting, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a new CEO from healthcare.
Okay, never mind. Just say what you...
Experience in 10 years.
Alright.
And now traveling.
Mine.
Okay, read out yours. Almost there, but a little
almost
different.
there.
Yeah.
So there is a person that working as a CEO for a healthcare glove company for more than 10 years. So one day he decided to step out of his comfort zone. So and he started to go for traveling.
So no.
Maafkan saya. Sampai saya salah.
QA. So, okay, Nia. Okay, let's make this quick. Come on. Cepat.
Share dengan
Belum lah sebelum.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Wow, one time, huh? Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, last one. Alright? So what's the delivery of the last message?
Previously, every weekend, I enjoy my. I go hiking with my friend. Okay, we enjoy the peak. Nature. Okay, I enjoy the nature and enjoy the peak.
You just say what you are expecting.
And enjoy the snake. Snacks.
Oh, okay.
Ada salah.
Ada sekali last one. Ada satu perkataan.
I enjoy the snack tadi dah. Buat yang lain boleh tak?
Tak apa, it's
No,
alright.
okay,
Okay, so
so
can you read out your story?
Previously, I always go for a hike with my friends every weekend. We love to see the nature at the peak and have a coffee break with some snacks.
Really?
I miss that moment.
Oh, I missed it.
Kita buat yang simple tak?
Okay, it's alright, never mind. We can practice later when we have more time. Okay, so the key message here that I want to share is basically to illustrate how communication can break down when there is no active listening. Okay, and when there is no active listening, some information can be missed out. So what we did was just an activity. So there was fun, giggling, laughing, you know. But if we apply this in real life situation, okay, when we are seriously talking, definitely we won't be laughing because we know how important is it to relay the information. So when we are communicating, we are giving information, we have to set the tone of what we want to talk, how we are going to talk, of how we are going to say, and what is the key thing that that person need to take and deliver. For example, I say, okay, Arin is wearing a blue color t-shirt, holding a green color handbag, went out for lunch today at 3 o'clock, and suddenly she did not come back until 5 o'clock. So if I were to give you a story like this, what is the message you are taking from me?
Go out for lunch at 3 and didn't come back until at 5.
Yeah, correct. So the person, activity, and what is happening from when to when. So you pick. So if we progress, right, you will see how you are going to deliver the point. So now you guys have wrote a story which is perfect to carry on as an example for our upcoming slides lah. Okay, so let's now move on to active listening. Alright, when we refer to active listening, it's about being fully engaged to the speaker and understand the message. Okay, if we go back to what we did earlier just now, alright, there was listening, okay, because it was a fun thing, so we had a fun moment. But I seriously believe if we are having a serious discussion, I'm sure all of us are going to be very focused, look, listen, feel what is being informed to us, right? Okay, so let's dwell a little extra when we are saying about focus. Focus is paying full attention to the speaker and avoid distraction. Okay, speaker is the person who is talking to you. Like for today's session, I am the speaker, so you are listening to me. So maybe when you go up, you are chairing a meeting, you are the speaker, people listen to you. Then when they talk, you listen to them. Okay, focus and attention is very important. Okay, next thing is to understand. When someone is communicating or the speaker is communicating, talking to you, you need to understand what is that person trying to say. Like my story just now, Arin wore a blue t-shirt, green handbag. You need to listen carefully and see what is the message you can take back? In short, I was actually just saying that Irene went out for lunch at 3, came back by 5. Right? That is the message. But if I'm unclear, I will ask, why she went at 3? Why she came back at 5? Was there a lot of work? So that's how you understand what is happening. Okay? Next thing is you remember. Alright. The reason why I was saying short story, but you guys did a long story. I really like it because as the story progressed, it was summarized already. It was already summarized and it became a short story. So you retain the key details for your understanding. Okay, when you listen, you're focusing, you're listening, you are trying to understand what that person is talking, you will remember the facts from the points from the conversation. Okay? And then you have got to respond, whether it can be verbal or non-verbal cues. Common communication, let's say I'm talking to you, Sydney, tomorrow we're going for a movie, this and that. So Sydney is just looking at me like, so when I'm talking, what do I feel? Is she even listening to me? Why is she looking at me? Am I invisible? You know, it gives that type of cue. But let's say if I'm talking to Sydney, tomorrow we're going for a movie. Then she like, okay. That means I'm like, okay, this is non-verbal response. That means she is responding. But to get the non-verbal response, I have to be, Cindy, tomorrow we are going for a movie. Then she's like, so I have to look at her. Imagine I say, Cindy, tomorrow we are going for a movie. I don't know, it's like, is she even responding? Is she even listening to me? So that's how the barrier or the communication breakdown can happen. Important thing about providing feedback, it's just not about okay, I've done a presentation, okay, you are going to give me feedback about my presentation. No, sometimes I can ask you for feedback. So it works both ways. Okay, how can you take and receive feedback is by asking questions for clarity. If you have anything that you don't understand, okay, like why did you say Irene was wearing blue color t-shirt with green handbag? Why did you say that? So you want to know what is the connection to the story of lunch. So you need to know what is happening. You are joining the dots in your mind. So that how feedbacks works lah. And then you need to summarize. After the whole long story, again Nia quickly summarize. I went for lunch at 3, came back at 5. So that's how things work in communication. Even in personal life or professional life, communication is the same. Okay? Alright, next I have here is a video. Alright, it is not in our language. Okay? But I felt that I should be sharing this with you guys. Okay, because there's a message that I want to point out here. Okay? I want you to, okay, there are subtitles, don't worry. Okay, I just want you to pay attention and I need to take up your points after the video. Okay?
Hej. Jag ringer Jan. Han ska ta 5000 kronor.
Vad sa du?
Det här är Jan. Han ska ta 5000.
Träffade du honom?
Nej.
Träffade du honom?
Nej.
Inte Hanek! Åh, dessert! Ta för mig med soffan!
Okay. You watched the video, right? What did you pick from the video?
Misunderstanding.
Okay.
Quick assumption.
Okay. What else?
Not have a clear situation.
Okay. Assume lah. Yeah. What else? What else?
Panic attack.
She panicked. It was a bad situation. Okay, when that often in that situation when someone's at the teller, right, they don't see who is coming. They don't know. They just press the number, someone's coming. If you recall, the name of the kid was Robbie. So she heard it as robbery. If you look at the video carefully, she just said hi like that, and she looked down back. So she don't know what was coming her way, and when she heard Robbie, she went robbery. Then when he said this is wrong, hostage. She thought it's a bank robbery and the robber has got the hostage. She called the security and the father kena terbang. So that's the miscommunication, misinterpretation. So it's not so what I want to highlight here is sometimes you may be speaking in the same language, but miscommunication is prone where you do not speak clearly or if the other person does not hear clearly, is engaged in another activity or doing something else, there can be knowingly or unknowingly a breakdown to occur. Okay? So next what we have here is an activity, okay, is to break the communication barrier. You can be seated at your place. What I want you to do here basically is for you to identify what are the barriers you have been experiencing in your work life, okay, and how did you personally overcome those barriers, okay. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but there must be a problem with a barrier, okay. Then we will run through together and see how we can, if it's a best overcome, that's it. If not, we will just run through and see if we can get more points lah. Okay. So what you have to do? You have paper, right? Yeah. So you have to list down communication barriers you encounter in your daily work. Alright? We are referring to work. Okay? And I want you to develop very short strategy, all which you have already applied before. Just warm it back onto the paper. How did you overcome the barrier? Okay? If you can list at least 2, it's going to be perfect. Okay? I just give you time until 5 minutes will do, 10:40. Okay? And let's say if you have more than 2, you can list it down. We can discuss over break or we can discuss at the end of the session. I can spend some time with you guys. We can run through it. Okay?
use the understandable word.
If you are done already, all of you, just let me know. We can start earlier. It's okay. So can we start? Can? Okay, who's going to go first? You can just sit at your place and just share your story. Yeah. Your points. Who's ready to start?
I start first.
Okay.
Okay. The common problem facing in daily work. Sometimes I found that people always use the uncommon term.
Okay, uncommon terms, alright.
Unfamiliar terms.
Okay.
And then second, they are not emphasized on the important details. What is important that we need to take note. They
Okay.
are not emphasized clearly.
Alright,
The
okay.
material.
Before you give your strategies, what sort of uncommon terms, like something that you're not familiar? Any examples for us to bring back?
Let me think.
Okay, never mind. So okay, thought block.
Something
Never mind. Okay, never mind. It's okay. You can share your strategies.
The strategies are to use the common or understandable word for terms.
Okay. So when the person who you have been communicating with use these uncommon or unfamiliar terms, did you voice up and say like, look here, I don't understand what term you're using. Can you use something which is more simpler? Do you speak to the person like that? Do you tell them, or you just like, I don't understand?
Yeah, I did tell
Oh, you
them.
tell
I
them.
checked with them to check back what is actually they are trying to say.
Okay. So the next one?
The next one is not emphasized on the important details.
Like? Any example?
Maybe what is the cut-off date? What is the cut-off date, or is there any additional charges incurred if we late on the providing the documents?
So this is related to the delivery? Okay.
Other than that, the details. process all the important details.
Okay, never mind. We'll keep these two first. Okay. In terms of using unfamiliar terms, so yeah, maybe are you from the same previous background, your previous employment, were you doing the same thing now? Okay, so that explains why you are having the unfamiliar terms, because you have got no exposure yet. So okay, so when they are using unfamiliar terms, you did the right thing by telling them as what are you saying? I don't understand. So politely you can tell them that no, maybe you use common terms so that I can understand. The moment I picked up, then it's fine to use jargons, something which you are familiar with. Okay. In terms of like giving you information, but there is no key message like cut off time, whether does it incur additional charges. Alright, when it is being communicated to you, I believe you are expecting all the information given, you just take and match whatever is required to do. So maybe perhaps you can tell the person, okay, moving forward, this related shipment or document courier shipment. So related to shipment, these are the basic info required from my end to proceed further. So you always give this information, so you can tell the person. So in your case, when the information is relayed to you, you asked questions for clarification. But maybe in future, I think you will reach to a point that I cannot keep asking you, you have to give me all. So you need to tell, right? So when you tell, you say, okay, this is a template, these are the important information required, please give me all these things so that there is no hiccups or delay in the preparation. So you can tell something like that. That is another example lah. Okay. Anybody else want to add on something?
Lack of communication or information to get from the
Sorry, what is it?
lack of communication.
So the information she's lacking, so she needs more. So we are making sure that she is able to tell the party that no, these are the basic things required. You must give me this. Yeah. Good. Next. Who's going next?
I think I go first.
Okay.
So once there is a ad hoc urgent request from the customers, so they will just like call me. So by that time, it was like after the working hours. So by call, I think sometimes because it's urgent request, so they just drop using the call.
Okay.
So sometimes they were like their requirements unclear throughout the phone call. So I will just jot it down first.
Okay.
And then clarify with the customers that is this their requirement or their request.
Okay.
And I will then communicate with Nia
Okay.
the next day,
Okay.
and and then the next challenge that I face is that the communications with the customers, sometimes it's different time zone.
Alright.
Yeah.
Different country.
Yeah. So I will need to like schedule a call with them
Okay.
that is within the working hours, and it's available and convenient for me and the customer. So there is a communications a lot to be clarified with the customers, to check with the customers.
Okay, who is the one? I mean, you said that you receive call. Who calls you and give you the instructions or share the instructions with you?
The customers.
Or customers are dealing with you directly?
Yeah.
Okay. Is telephonic conversation the only medium, or the email medium as well?
Yes, there's email, but
Okay.
sometimes like ad hoc urgent
Okay.
requests they need. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I understand. If it's ad hoc, it has to go by call. But what next you can do is always that, okay, I have received your information. To avoid delay or miscommunication or misunderstanding, please drop me an email as well, so that when I'm preparing, I have something to track on. So you have received the order via phone, then they will send you an email, and depending on the time zone, okay, so you have an email. Imagine you already have an email. If it's 8:30 a.m. in Malaysia, maybe it is 6 o'clock in India, right? So are you going to call them? No. So if you have the email, you can cross-check the conversation. Yeah, that is one medium. Yeah. Anything else?
No.
No. Okay. Good. Anybody want to add on something? No. All right. So who's going next? Okay. Yes. Oh, good. I like.
No, I have only one example from my scope.
Okay.
Okay, job scope, job role. Okay. I liaise not only with the authority,
Okay.
but I liaise with the overseas customer.
Mm-hmm.
So every time when salespeople connect with their customer, so sometimes I see lack of communication, the confirmation that the request from customer, which is I need to compile all the request. Before we compile the request, it should be have a finalized confirmation before we submit to the authority or we submit to the other body. Okay, so sometimes when we are, let's say for CFS we call it certificate for sales. When we apply for the CFS, some of customer are requesting not normal appendix or normal information that they want. So they want to add some additional information in the CFS. But if this lack of communication or information happen, so when we pay for and already obtain the CFS, the certificates, I need to go back to the authority to explain, to get another one CFS. So this can lack the time to register the product with their authority itself. So I see this is one of the process that we need to look at back to short up, need to clear with the customer first before we proceed further.
Okay, so basically in this case, due to the lack of documents or the requirements, it will lengthen the entire process, right? Okay, so how did you overcome this?
So I talked to the salesperson before you really before you want to proceed the process to apply the CFS. So you must have one finalized with your customer. This is the final one. So
You mean final set of documents?
yeah.
Okay.
So we will get the customer confirmation, then baru can go further with the other process.
Right, so I don't come from regulatory background, but what I can think of immediately is maybe to have a checklist.
Yeah.
Tick, these are these documents. Got. So I mean, it will also smoothen the process from your part, sales part, customer part. Okay, I've given you the list. You need to prepare this. So when there is lacking of documents, the sales will be the liaison person to obtain the document. So I think then you only make your next step when you got your set. Not enough. Checklist cross don't have. Continue find document. Then only come to me. Yeah. Okay. Bagus. Anybody want to add something? Good strategy. Have checklist. Yeah, Zati. Yeah, the last one.
Okay, for complaint.
Police QA.
For complaint, first sometimes the complainant issue the complaint, but they just issue the complaint. For example, if Harta Legal complaint team query some question, the complainant sometimes don't want to answer, the query.
Okay.
So-
Additional inquiry required.
Yes, additional.
Okay.
Okay, for second is sometimes they give a wrong lot number. So I need to check first before send it to the Harta Legal Complaint team. And sometimes the salesperson also didn't check the lot number.
So
They
like
just forward to
get
me.
pass.
And sometimes I also forward to complaint team and they suddenly aware why only have 11 digit number.
Yeah, so you forward as received because you are
Sometimes
not the complainant.
before this I just forward.
Yeah.
But after the
Uh-huh.
I aware the
Issue.
so I check first lah before I send it to the complaint team. And many times I see
Inadequate information.
yes, wrong lot number. Sometimes they put one number yang tak ada dalam list kan.
Okay, it's a good thing that you check first. That means you don't just like, the email receive, fill up form, okay, forward. So you have got your checking mechanism. In that way, you can also cut short the process like waiting the manufacturer to let you know, okay, this information is incomplete, then you have to go back. So the process time will be longer. So in every complaint, I believe there is always a response time. Within this many time frame, you have to give a response. So you can save up on that. Or another thing is if the lot number is wrong, you cannot run concurrent. Other information related to the product, that could be concurrent. So it depending on what sort of, how complete or incomplete is the complaint handed to you. So you are able to assess the complaint and then go on to the next step. Alright, good.
But I only can check if I have the written sample
Yeah.
and the pictures.
Yeah.
If I don't have, I can't check lah.
Then no
correct
choice
lot
is
number.
you get from the manufacturer team lah. Okay, good. Perfect.
Okay.
Any questions? Anything else?
check
You got, wow. yes, I like. Please proceed.
Communication barrier. For
Alright.
example, when I teams my colleague,
Uh-huh.
for example from the manufacturer,
Okay.
they only see my teams,
Okay.
no feedback.
Okay.
So the strategy is, I ask again, hi, any feedback or advice? So then dia orang baru datang comment to me lah.
Okay. But do
So
you
the barrier is why they didn't answer
at the first
on the
time?
spot.
It could be sometimes that the question we ask, for us it might be simple question, but maybe the person who's receiving, that person need to do a lot of cross check, or can I release this much of information? It depends, but of course there's direct question, there's also a complicated question. So if it's a direct question, if you get the blue tick and there's no reply, what do you speculate? Are they busy?
I think maybe they ask the team.
Sometimes maybe they need the time. Someone
Yeah.
new, someone not sure, maybe not their part of job description, so they might need to cross check. But there's no harm like going back. Okay, hi, is there any feedback? I think you forgot to reply to me. I'm waiting. I need to provide response to so and so. Okay, that will be another medium lah. Okay.
So number three.
Okay. I get to see.
Number three, sometimes the urgent thing cannot be completed on time because of the different time zone lah. For example, Australia,
Okay.
they work from 5:30
AM.
AM until 2:30 PM.
Okay.
So
time
after
zone.
the 2:30 PM, we can, if the urgent thing, we cannot get the person lah from Australia team.
So you will get
The
the
next
next
So,
working day.
yes. So the strategy only waiting on the next day lah to get the confirmation.
Yeah, where time zone is concerned, then it's beyond control. Then as long as you immediately inform and say that as soon as you come back tomorrow, please help me to provide this information because I need to further cascade it down. Yeah, so when you are sending the message or the inquiry, you also have to be very straightforward and to state it that it's something urgent to be addressed the minute you come up to work. Yeah, sometimes even like for us, Malaysia time, maybe we go back 5:30. For example, India, they are 2.5 hours behind us. So if they try to reach out and then we are not available, we are also going to reply to them the very next day. So we have to gauge the urgency. There's urgent, important, not urgent, not important. So how you gauge is depending on the scenario, the type of questions you get, and you have to address accordingly. Okay? Any more?
No.
I nak share
Yes, please.
recently this is we facing with the shipping team lah. One of my colleague asking the shipping team what is the status of the certificate of origin COO, but this person only screenshot the status from the system, expecting us to understand what is the status. She didn't explain, she just screenshot and then sendiri pandai. And then one of my colleague asked, is it because waiting for MITI to approve it? And then only that she replied. I think for me, she as a senior in the shipping team, she can screenshot the screen, but also please explain a bit lah what is the status, because for us a new person sometimes we don't know apa maksud screen tu. What is the
Makes sense. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Explain a bit because she is the senior in that shipping team. She cannot assume us understand. Until my colleague asked her, is it because of waiting approval, and then only she reply yes, waiting approval, blah blah blah. Rather than screenshot, at least explain a bit what is the status is going on, because sometimes there is a new person.
Yeah, correct. Rightfully. I mean, it's just not about screenshot. Okay, if both is senior, okay, they can interpret the picture, but there should be explanations given for your understanding. But like you said, that if there is no explanation, you ask. Yes, you ask. You need the information because it's crucial to you, so you got to ask. And yes, like you said, like I'm a new person. I need time to get the hang of this. So can you please explain what is in the screenshot? What are you trying to tell me? Yeah. Okay. All right. Be good.
Yeah.
All right. So now from this, what we have learned is basically to address communication barriers. Okay. And in the workplace, mainly to improve on the clarity, efficiency, and effectiveness in communication. Like from all the examples that you guys have given, time zone is also a factor. There's many factors, seniority, junior. So all these things have to be taken into consideration before you can address the actual problem or come up to a solution. Or you have to do your RCA first, your root cause analysis, to see how it can be improvised. Okay? Alright. Now we are going to module 2. After module 2, we will go for a quick break. Okay? Then we will come back. But I just want to highlight, because verbal and non-verbal communication is very important. Sometimes like our very first video, if you remember, facial expression was good, but words was joking. So, but the other person couldn't accept it, right? If we look, okay, we are focusing now on verbal. If we are looking at verbal, or we say the speaking skills, right? It's about enable individuals to convey information clearly, allowing an engagement with another person, and also build relationship. How can this happen? You need to be very clear and concise when you are communicating with others. Okay? The tone of your voice matters when you are communicating. Okay? Having a good or having an effective questioning method, okay, will help to smoothen your work process or your communication with your colleague or your other teammates. And also assertiveness. Right? A lot of people misunderstand what it means by assertiveness. Assertive is being firm but also respectful at the same time. Okay, it's not about being rude. Like if I say no, I'm a bad person. If you say no, or you are a bad person, it's not like that. Okay? So anybody want to share something on clarity and concise?
Speak clearly.
Speak clearly. Okay, example.
Common language.
Yes, common language, no using of jargon. Imagine me, I shared, right? I'm a nurse. Okay, so I come from the medical background. Let's say if all my examples are not related to your background of company, but I keep giving healthcare related examples and I use all the hi-fi medical terms, will you all be able to be aligned with me? It's like, what is she talking, man? She's not supposed to be using, what the hell is she saying? You will definitely think or say, saya tak faham lah apa awak cakap. Right or not? But it is about making sure that you are in line to what I am saying. Okay? So that is one thing. Clarity can also be when you speak, it should be clear and straightforward. We don't want to give a lot of information like Arin pakai baju biru dengan ambil beg hijau, pergi makan lunch pukul 3 balik pukul 5. No need. We don't have to. We just say Arin went for lunch at 3 and she came back at 5. So enough. We don't need to dwell so much onto the whole thing. So these are the examples of being having clarity and conciseness. How about tone of voice? What do you understand about tone of voice?
Can show your emotions.
Emotions, yeah. What else? Tone of voice is also very important. You know why? If you are looking at a positive prospect, let's say we are having a team meeting. Okay, we are all one team. We are having a meeting. So there are certain deadlines that you need to meet. Perhaps next week we have an audit. So I'm going to say that, Arvin, I want you to make sure all documents are in order. Okay? So that is the emphasis I'm giving her. Whereas on the other side, I look at Cindy, you're in charge of lunch, make sure they have got enough food, they have got lunch, coffee, tea, all you manage. And yeah, you get Kakak to clean everything. Zate, make sure they have parking lot and they are received. Can you see the difference? So what I am telling them is important things. The auditor come, they must have a parking lot. They must be received at the entrance. I will have to make sure all documents are in order. Whereas for you, lunch, chill. I also can be chill. So there is way. Imagine I tell you, Senior, make sure lunch is on time. Then okay, this is important thing. Why? Because she like to eat. So this is how you gauge. Tone of voice is also important. It can also be like you are asking a general question, but the response you get is not pleasant. Like, is she upset with me? Why is she speaking like this? So all these are hand-in-hand items. What's the next one we have? Effective questioning. So when you don't understand, you ask. When you are in doubt, you seek clarity. Right? Like all the examples that we have been receiving, when you get a customer who calls you and tell you like, okay, I need so many packages delivered expected to receive by this date. It's a call, but you can ask for email because when you process the order, you have something to refer. We are all humans, sometimes memory tend to give way. So at least there's something to refer back. Okay? Assertiveness. How can you relay assertiveness? Have you been assertive in your activities of your job?
Sharing option with the colleagues.
Okay, assertive is like you be firm, like you give a fixed answer, but at the same time, you are not disrespectful. For example, let's say, okay, a very fast example I can think of is, let's say I want to apply leave. Okay, maybe it's clashing with another teammate. So my superior tells me, no, you cannot take leave. You took leave previously. Now it's the turn for the other teammate to go for the leave. So my decision is firm, but at the same time, I am not screaming and yelling. I made a very straight answer. No, you did before. Now is the other person's turn. So you give and take at the same time. You are explaining why you are saying no. Okay. At the same time, you are also, if let's say I am the listener, okay, there is rational for no. I am fine. But suddenly you say like, I want to take leave. No, cannot. Why? I want to know. Why cannot? Why that person can? Why I cannot? I mean, as human, we tend to ask, but when we are given in a situation, we should be able to gauge the yes and no. And when someone is jokingly saying yes, someone is firmly saying yes, we should be able to differentiate. Like the first video we saw, he wasn't being assertive. Number one. Number two, he was just joking. And the word that he used, idiot, that is not appropriate in a professional setup. Alright? Cool? Okay, we have got activity coming up, but I'm going to send you all for a short break. So what I want you to do is, okay, I have put up the elements here: clarity, conciseness, tone of voice, assertiveness, effective questioning. So since there are 4 of you, I want you guys to choose one each, okay, and to come up with what is required. Alright? Okay? So who is taking what? I just let me know who is taking what. I'll jot down, and then we can just go for a quick break. Okay? Clarity and conciseness. Who is taking that?
I want to take the tone of voice.
You want tone of voice. Okay.
I think effective questioning.
Effective questioning. Suka soal ke ni?
Clarity lah.
Clarity. Okay. So Arin is left with assertiveness. Okay, perfect. So we are going for a short break. We will be in here in 10 minutes time. Is that cool?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And can someone just show me where's the washroom?
Can just.
Yeah. Okay. Ada anyone already write their scenario? We will just do a short acting. So just prepare accordingly lah. That number 1 for clarity and conciseness is Izati. Okay. Tone of voice will be Sini. Assertiveness Arin, and effective questioning is Nia. So the instruction is here. Don't worry. Okay. For Izati, okay, you need to explain simple process. Okay, where you give clear and brief. It's brief, but also the information is very clear. Like sometimes, like your SOP, there's a lot of process flow, so you can summarize the key points. So you are delivering the key points. Okay? Boleh? Okay? Good. For sini, tone of voice, make a firm request respectfully without aggression in different tone. So you can make a comparison of one scenario, but you can use 2 different tones for it lah. Okay. For Arin, make a firm request respectfully without aggression. That means it can be acceptance or rejection. You are firm, yes, yes, no, no, but you are not being rude. And for Nia is to ask at least one question. You ask to have a clarification. So maybe for this one, Nia, I can pair with you. I'll just give you a scenario. Then you might need to ask me what you are angry about. Who is ready? Yeah, because I'm going to ask you. Alright, come. Let's come.
Just sit here.
Come here. Okay. We are going to act. Alright. Okay, so our one is effective questioning. So I'm going to be giving you a statement. So, Nia, I'll see you tomorrow. Get it done. I want everything ready. I'll see you tomorrow. I really need to go now. Okay? Bye.
Okay.
I already left. I already left. How you going to respond? Yeah.
I need to check with you. Tomorrow at what time you want me to done all the things?
9 a.m. Okay.
9 a.m.
Yeah. Okay. Ask.
Okay, Roslyn, can I ask actually what you want me to done? Because I am not sure either you want me to done the report or.
Okay. So I gave her a statement. I want to see her tomorrow morning. I want it ready. Why? So she's able to ask me. Right. Perfect. Who's doing next? Good job.
Good job.
Okay. Who's doing next? Yes.
Okay. So, 2 types of scenario. The first scenario is I can just say your name, right? Rose, like.
Yeah, can.
Okay.
Make yourself comfortable. You're all same.
Swin, how do you do this? As quick as possible, customer request it.
Okay.
And scenario 2, Swin, this is the urgent request from the customer. So, is it possible that we can speed up the process?
Yeah. So what are the 2 different intonation here?
Urgent and
But if you ask me, the second one, she's being very pleasant and kind. She's explaining. The second one, she's just like, get it done. The rest of the things I don't care. So it can be like a very autocratic way of delivering the information. Whereas the second one, she's much more pleasant and she's soft. If you can differentiate the intonation. Perfect. Good job. So who are we having? Arin, ready?
Okay.
Yes. So this is about making a request. So I will put up a request to you. Okay, boss. Next week I want to take 2 weeks of holiday. Can I got something urgent. I need to settle.
Okay, you can apply your on leave, but you need to ensure all your things or all your any pending works must be done before you apply your
Thank you, boss.
Ensure, is it?
Yes, I will. Okay, I want this type of boss. Very easy to get leave. Thank you. Good
As
job.
long as can ensure your things.
Yes.
Yes,
So if my boss say I can take leave, I as a staff, what I will do? Okay, leave settled. I must deliver the job. Right? It's two-way, right? She said yes. She never say no. She didn't say, oh, your work is not done, this and that. No, she just said yes. Apply. Make sure it is done. Okay, simple, straightforward. I in fact, I feel happy that I got my leave. I will make sure my work is done. So that is my feeling. So which means her assertiveness worked. Okay, Zati, QA.
Simple. Okay, hi Rosvin.
Hi.
Please find the below Harta Lega feedback for Man Global Malaysia Elephant Protect FG Hut 005. The comment as below. First, please change the manufacturer address from HSB to HNGC.
Okay, so your manufacturer has given instruction which you are giving me to change the address from A to B.
Yes.
So I have to make the changes, right?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. So this is later, if you guys have got time, you all can pair up in a team. You all can change the elements and practice. So these are basically why I project this and want you to put a practice, is because this is what we are going through in our daily work activities. So I want you to get used to it. Often people are mistaken by when someone is asking questions, when someone's being assertive, they perceive it rude because they are unable to differentiate what assertiveness means. Okay, and tone of voice sometimes it delivers a different message, so it affects them. Okay, and clarity when you are giving instruction or you're wanting someone to do something, it has to be straight on the point. Okay, perfect. So we are going to the next. Yes, you have questions? Oh, okay. I thought you had a question. So we are going to next, which is non-verbal communication. What is non-verbal communication?
Body language.
Facial expression.
Eye contact.
So you are also conveying information without the use of words. Like sometimes, okay, you are somewhere sitting, your crush is walking, then your friend, body language, like all the signals that comes in. So this is a form of communicating to the next person, like that. Signal, correct. Signal, okay. So these are the type of it lah. Body language, facial expression, eye contact, and proxemics. So okay, a lot of people tend to confuse about these are proxemics. So when you are let's say this is you are standing, right? There is a distance. Let's say I would want a distance with some people, like someone who's very intimate to me, like my family member. I'm okay to stand so close and talk. But let's say if it's a male customer, I would stand a little apart so that I do not offend him and he don't offend me. But let's say if it's a female customer, I can stand close to her, okay? And also if happen to be a colleague or a teammate that you like so close with, you can shake your body, everything. When you are with someone who like there is, okay, this is my manager. So you have your barrier. So this is proxemics lah. Alright? Apart from eye contact, when you talk, okay, don't bring height into context. Okay, I know I'm tall. Often I would rather sit down, otherwise my poor friends, they might end up with neck pain lah. Okay? Facial expression is also very important. You can look calm, but you are saying something which actually offending the other person. Okay? And body language, when someone is talking to you, like for example, they are having a group discussion. You see this gentleman, how he is sitting. If I am talking, I feel that he has got no interest in me. Forget about the iPad lah. That person is just physically there but not there. So these are the messages that your non-verbal communication can be sent. However, every non-verbal communication or every verbal communication will have positive and the negative side. Sometimes, if you look at positive body language, right, it can give you a enthusiasm to contribute. Let's say, when I am talking to you guys, you all are paying attention to me. When I am asking questions, you guys are answering. So you are giving me the impression that you are not talking. You are nodding. You might be thinking, I notice that, sometimes when things are being said, you try to think, relate how it can be related to you. You are doing all the back end things. And also, it gives you confidence in whatever that you are doing. So, if you have positive, you will have negative. I just take up the first few lah, alright? The rest you can read. Okay. In terms of negative body language, resistance to contribute. So let's say just now when I ask you to, do the art of storytelling, you have to create something. But from the body language that you all have given me, I felt that you guys were into it. Even our friend wanted to act. So it's positive, right? But imagine when I ask you to do the storytelling, you just like take your pen or pencil, take phone. You are not talking. I'm looking. Okay, she's not interested. Yeah. Okay. So that is the difference, lah. And it can also give an impression of you might not be confident, or you are telling people like, I don't know if this person can carry out this thing. So these are just examples for you to just read back lah, how it can be positive, how it can be negative. And in whatever communication that you are applying, let's say you're combining verbal and non-verbal, it has to sync, right? It has to go hand in hand. Verbal must match non-verbal. Like I said, like you asked me, are you going for lunch? I will say, okay, I find it difficult to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. No. No. So what am I telling? No. Yes, you will be what? Yes or no, right? So it has to sync. Alright? You can read up lah, just extra message. Have you ever heard of Macrobian's communication model? Never heard, huh? Alright. This model actually tells you how people interpret communication. That means when I am communicating with you, how you are understanding what I'm saying. Basically, it is the non-verbal behavior that carries weight in every communication. If I bring back my background, but on a very superficial level, okay. I'm asking a patient, okay, are you in pain? Alright? And the patient tells me, okay, some people, the pain tolerance or the threshold of pain is different individually. I have seen patients who is like tolerating terrible pain where the blood pressure is shooting, and when I ask, are you in pain? Sir, can you rate your pain from the scale of 1, no pain, to 10, severe pain? 3. Huh? It doesn't match, but the person is tolerating the pain, So that is one example. So I believe what I see, and to counter what I believe, what I see is my vitals that say that, okay, something is not right, it's abnormal. So that's how I make a judgment. It's from the non-verbal behavior. And then tone of voice. If I ask, hey, sir, are you in pain? If you rate your pain, like that. So voice might not be able to come out, but how serious the voice is coming out from the mouth. So it could be that lah. And another one is words. Okay, the least being considered according to this famous model is actually words. Least contribution. People don't listen to your words as much as your body language and your intonations are. Then they go to your words. Yes. Believe this is relatively new to you guys, but you can read up on this and try to put into practice. You will see the difference. Alright? Are we good?
Yes.
Okay. So we are going to save this for later part, okay? What I want to, usually after every break session, right, I will always want to do a summary of what we have learned. So we have covered module 1 and module 2, alright? So we are just going to do a little recap from module 1, okay? So what did we learn in module 1? Just a recap summary. So what was module 1 all about?
Effective communication.
Yes, so how can communication be effective?
There are two types, verbal and non-verbal.
Wait. Sorry?
Written.
Yes, correct. Apart from that, what else did you learn?
Active listening.
Okay. What happens when you don't listen actively? Shipment to Japan end up in Korea. Miscommunication.
Really drag the time.
Drag the time. Loss,
Not
financial
patient.
loss, customer dissatisfaction. So there's always attribute to whatever that we accidentally or not accidentally do something wrong lah. Apart from that, what else did we go through?
Behavior in communication.
Focus.
Why focus is important?
To clarity, to deliver the
Focus.
message.
For active
Clear.
listening.
To understand in clear and get the message correctly. Yes. So what happens if someone is talking, like you are talking to someone but the person is on the laptop doing work lah. So what happens? Do you think
She didn't receive the correct atau the right information because she didn't clearly. She didn't hear the.
so she's
didn't hear clearly,
multitasking? Yeah, some people can be good in multitasking, but some like go on, I'm all ears. But I don't know how they do it. I cannot. So what else did we run through? We are still in module 1. What is tied closely to types of communication? Yes. I can see the bell is ringing. We're almost there.
Non-verbal.
Yeah, non-verbal is type, is one of the type. But what is the hindrance to them? I used a term just now.
Empathy.
Barrier. You can communicate all you want, but if you have got a barrier, you need to
Overcome.
Yes, you need to overcome the barrier. So how you need to overcome the barrier? You have to put a very effective strategy. Like she said that someone sent her a snapshot and she is trying to understand but she cannot. So she ended up referred to her senior and said that no, look, I received this but I don't know. So there was explanation given to her. So if she don't know, she have the sifat ingin tahu, that helps her. Imagine someone just like receive as sent. How? Yeah. What else? What are the key elements of effective communication?
Clarity, active listening, and empathy.
Yeah.
Not sympathy.
Yes, not sympathy, empathy. Okay. How about the second module, the non-verbal and verbal communication?
Learn about tone of voice, effective questioning.
Assertiveness.
Yes.
Buat sendiri kan.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, you should remember. If you cannot remember what you did, you can remember others. So it's good. Okay. Apart from that, how about feedback?
Effective questioning.
When you want to have more feedback on what is being said, you ask. How about being in a situation where you have to give feedback?
Be clear about your feedback.
Yeah, how you are going to be clear?
Asking.
Ask.
No, you are giving feedback. When you want feedback, you are receiving feedback, you can ask. When you are giving feedback,
Be aware of the tone
Be aware of the tone.
We summarize what we listen.
Yeah, you summarize. When you summarize, the key points must be there. Yeah, sometimes we tend to over summarize until there is no message in the summary. Yeah, so the key points is very important. What else? Straightforward, short and sweet. There is no over delivering of message.
Avoid complicated terms.
Yes, correct. We have to avoid complicated terms. Okay, if we run through a little, what I have put up here is that basically, if we are looking at effective communication, the main function is to enhance collaboration and productivity in the workplace, whereby you strategically utilize all the key elements that has been given. Okay, so the key elements are for you to take back and practice in your day-to-day activity. It can be professional, it can be personal life. Alright, and the importance of active listening actually elevates your communication. Okay, when you are very focused to somebody who's speaking to you, okay, as the speaker will feel very connected. Okay, it can improve or strengthen your work relationships as well, and you can either resolve a conflict or avoid a conflict. Okay, in every interactions that you have. Okay, and when we are looking at verbal and non-verbal communication, both can be done together. Alright, both can be paired, but if you are pairing, it has to be sync. Alright, a yes must have a nod, a no must have a shake, saying no. Okay, at the same time, when you are observing somebody else who is having non-verbal communication, you need to understand the cue. Okay, you need to understand the cue and interpret it correctly. But you have no control over someone else's body language, but you need to at least interpret it correctly. Okay, because when you are able to interpret it correctly, you know what it means. Are we clear? Do you have any questions to ask? Any questions? Yes? I can see somebody in you. Never mind, feel free to ask.
So how about the just now the positive body language? What do you mean by passionate to drive results?
Wait, let me find where is it. Passionate to drive results. Okay, you have heard the term like to act busy in the office, just walk fast. Hold your laptop and walk fast. Oh, she's very busy. That is not passionate. It's just walking at a fast pace. Passionate meaning like how, okay, example, okay, I use me as an example. How passionate am I today here giving this soft skill training to you? Do I show any signs of no interest? Do you get it?
I mean, we show our interest when we do our job. I mean,
Yes.
passion in our job.
Yes, you're very, when someone says that, you know, you're very passionate about your task, your job, it's not about I love my job, it's being passionate, having the passion, because it's what you want to do which drives the passion in you to do it. Like me, I wanted to be a nurse, I was very passionate, but I had my own selection of what nurse I want to be. So at the initial stage, I was a neonate nurse, which means I only specialize in the care of newborn babies. So I love babies, so I'm very passionate when it comes to baby. So I went to neonate section, and over time, I explored other critical areas, and I finally realized that, you know, I am very passionate about infection prevention and control because I serve as a patient advocate. So that is my passion. So when I am doing something, when I have got audits, I have to do surveillance, the thing which is at the back of my head is my patient comes first. That is my passion. I like to care for others. Yeah. For example, you're passionate about traveling. You're passionate about going for a vacation, but you're not passionate about traveling to work. Right? You have to come to work.
Because not fun.
Your colleagues make it fun, right? Like you're okay today, I see this person, yes. But if you're going traveling, goodbye. You are on time in the airport, everything is ready, you're like, I'm going. Yeah, your passion is that. You fancy traveling, so you will do it with all your heart. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Disconnected from reality to handle future potential. Is it like macam psychology?
It can be like sometimes things happen in such a unwanted way, okay, where things does not favor someone. What they do is they detach themselves, okay, and they mind their business. They do not participate in anything. They are there, but they're not there. Yeah. If they have to be there, there is no choice, but they don't wish to be there. So they portray uninterest of being there. Yeah. And when this happens, you know someone is very potential. It's wasted talent, they call it. Another thing about negative body language is that about the uneasiness to take on challenges. Like when someone, usually when you have a like what town hall or you have a gathering, team building or anything, when they say, okay, we have got task A, task B, task C. So I need volunteers. And that's the time you say everybody turn their back. Nobody will look at you. You can stand here, look at everybody. Nobody's going to look at you. Unless those who, okay, I do A, I do B, the rest, they don't care. I don't do. You do? Like that. So, you just don't want to challenge because, let's say, I'm a nurse. Why I want to become marshal for team building? It's not related to me. But if you tell me you're a nurse, you become first aider in the field. Yes, I'm qualified. Yeah. So that's the difference. Did I answer your question? Yes. Do you have any more questions?
No.
No. How about you, Nia? Any questions? No. Okay. Zati?
No.
Want to discuss your barrier? No, we can take it up later, so no problem. How about you, Arin? Anything to ask or what?
No, I just asked.
Okay, so we have run through the recap. Okay, so now is basically a conclusion of what our module 1 and module 2 was. Okay, so basically it tells you that effective communication is a combination, alright, of both verbal and non-verbal. Okay, and at the same time, you will face some hiccups. It's how you encounter the hiccups. It's how you are going to resolve it if there is. And however you do it, you must be utmost clear and you have to be empathetic. Okay? Empathetic is like understanding lah. Okay? And when it comes to feedback, I have spoken about active listening relating to giving and receiving feedback. Feedback can be positive, feedback can be constructive. Okay, constructive is a better name for negative. Yeah, constructive feedback. So, if imagine I am reviewing someone and say, okay, these are your positive feedbacks and these are your negative feedbacks. Negative, so bad. So you want to understand that person, so you use the term constructive feedback. So this is very important because the usage of right terms actually help you connect and build relationships in the workplace. Professionally, if you're taking back home, like you are telling your kid, don't play with the sand. No, you tell, okay, playing with the sand, there are germs and it goes under your nail beds and you don't wash your hands, you eat the food, the germs goes inside. So you are able to explain this, alright? And last but not least, Okay, from module 1 and module 2. Okay. Number 3 is something very important. Okay, for all of us here. Before we can refine others, we have to refine ourselves. When we refine ourselves, we will see there is more. We see things more clearly. Okay, and when we are refined, people will naturally refine to us. Okay, so it works the both ways. Someone's kind to you. Kindness is not an act actually. It's a language. That means it comes from your soul. You are born kind. You are naturally kind, right? So you are kind to everybody. So if you notice that, oh, I have been unkind today, you want to be kind, right? Like the saying goes, choosing between being kind and being right, be kind, because you can never go wrong. Okay, so the saying goes like that. So if you want to refine, start it with yourself. Refine yourself, and then you will see how people align to your refine. So these are all skills. When we say skills, like the beginning I mentioned about soft skills, so skills can be taught, skills can be input. So today, what you learn, what you are bringing back is going to help you to improve your skills in your work activities. It can be work, it can be personal life as well. Yeah. Are we good? Are we cool? Is there any questions?
No.
No questions. Okay. Remember, we are going to be. Just now I skipped this activity, right? Okay. So this activity is going to talk about reading between the lines. The purpose here is to identify the difference between effective and ineffective body language. Then you have to understand how non-verbal cues impact during a communication. Alright? So what I want you to do is, you pair up, okay? You whether you want to keep in this team A, team B, or you want to reshuffle, is up to you. Alright? There will be two roles. One is sender, one is receiver. Sender will be the person who's using the body language to convey the communication. And the receiver will be someone who is observing and receiving the body language. So the receiver will be also the person who is talking. The sender will be listening by body language. Alright? So at the end of this, when you do a role play later, okay, this is a role play. What I want you to know is the goal of this activity is basically to recognize how the different body language cues can send a different message. Okay, and when the cue does not sync, it creates a gap. So we want to break the gap. The gap is a barrier, so that's what we are going to break. So we want to learn how to use verbal, non-verbal communication, combine it and deliver an effective communication. Okay, so let's split up in the group. However you all want. You all want to just like this, or want to mix? Like this sahaja. Okay, so the sender is very clear what you have to do. Alright, so the receiver, I'm going to give you a scenario of what to do lah, because you will be talking. Alright? Okay. The scenario. Okay, hang on.